Harvard-trained doctor, hair loss expert, and co-founder of Hair Cultivated, and I want to tell you why minoxidil may not be enough. So minoxidil works, but if you're using it alone, you may not be targeting the biology of hair loss. Let's break this down mechanistically and see where people go wrong. So minoxidil is a potassium channel opener, and it basically helps stimulate more blood to go to the follicle and increases the growth phase of the follicle. So in most people, it can thicken hair and stimulate growth. Now here's the problem. For a lot of hair loss that both men and women experience, that's not enough because the basis of their hair loss is hormonal. Androgenic alopecia is driven by follicle miniaturization. So the DHT binds to androgen receptors in the follicle, it shortens the growth cycle, and it progressively shrinks the follicle diameter. And minoxidil doesn't block this process. It's important to use an anti-androgen medication, specifically dutasteride or finasteride, to block this process. This is why people who just use minoxidil are sometimes selling themselves short, and they often plateau in their progress on minoxidil. Adding that DHT blocker or anti-androgen med like dutasteride and finasteride, either oral or topical, can really bring them to that next level. The second reason that minoxidil may not be enough is not enough scalp absorption. So there are medicines like tretinoin that you can add to minoxidil that helps increase scalp absorption and helps the enzyme that converts minoxidil to its active form function better. If you've plateaued on minoxidil, it's important to try other hair loss medications, like for example, Hair Cultivated. We have minoxidil in our formulas, but also things like tretinoin and DHT blockers if you qualify. And in the oral pills, there's also the option to get a DHT blocker like dutasteride. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in our comment section or shoot us a DM. And make sure to check out our hair loss quiz as well as our hair growth guide that is linked on our website.